Hey scholars! Welcome to Mathora. I'm Miss B and you'll be learning with me. Today, we're multiplying decimals. By the end of this lesson, you'll feel confident multiplying decimals using a clear strategy, and you'll also learn how to estimate your answers to see if they make sense. Don't worry, I'll guide you through every step. Our standard today is MA6 NSO 2.3. That means we're working up to the thousandths place, 3 digits to the right of the decimal. You'll see our progress bar at the bottom of the screen. We're officially 50% done with our decimal chapter. Here's our plan for today. First, a quick opener to warm up the brain. Next, clear instructions so you know exactly what to do. And finally, a check for understanding where you get to try it out yourself. Let's start with 37 times 25. Before we touch decimals, we have to make sure our multiplication is solid. When you move to the tens place, slide your second row 1 space to the left. I left that hint for you at the bottom of the screen. Pause the video and try this problem. Alright, let's check. So we have 37 times 25.
First, I'm going to multiply 7 times 5, which is 35. I'm going to put down my 5 and carry my 3 with the plus sign. Next, I'm going to multiply 3 times 5, which is 15. Then I'm going to add 3, and that gives me 18. There's nowhere to carry the 1, so I'm going to write 8 and 1. And then we're going to put an X in the ones place. 7 times 2 is 14. I'm going to put down my 4. I'm going to cross out my 3 and carry my 1 so I don't add it again. 3 times 2 is 6, and then plus 1 is 7. Next, we're going to add it all together, and our final answer is going to be 925.
Nice work. If you can multiply whole numbers, you can multiply decimals. Our key word today is decimal point. It's the little dot that separates the whole numbers from parts of a whole. In this lesson, that dot is moving around. We'll take it out of the problem first and place it back at the end. Let's try it with example 1. The 4-step process is underline, multiply, underline, decimal. The first underline means underline how many digits are behind the decimal in your multiplication sentence. Multiply means you're going to ignore the decimals and multiply like normal. The second underline means you're going to underline the same numbers in your product that you underlined in your multiplication sentence, because when you're done underlining those numbers, it's going to tell you exactly where to place the decimal, which brings us to step 4, decimal. Example 2, 12.5 times 0.04.
We're starting off with step 1, underline the numbers in the multiplication sentence that are behind the decimal, so we have 3. In step 2, we're going to ignore the decimals and multiply like normal. Notice I'm keeping the zeros in the multiplication sentence. It helps me organize my answers. Next, we have 5 times 4, which is 20. I'm going to put down my 0 and carry my 2 with the plus sign. Next, I'm going to multiply 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 2 is going to give me 10. I'm going to put down my 0 and carry my 1 with the plus sign. Next, we have 1 times 4 plus 1 is going to be 5. Now, I like to place an X and cross out the numbers I have already added. Next, we're going to take all 3 numbers on top and multiply by 0. And it's just going to equal 3 zeros. And then we need to mark the spot twice this time since we are in the 3rd row of our product. And once again, all 3 numbers are going to be multiplied by 0. So we are going to write another 3 zeros, and we are going to then add them together. Final answer is going to be determined based off of how many numbers we underline. So we're going to underline 3 numbers starting from the ones place. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put our decimal. And that is our final answer. Now, I like to shorten my answer and take away all the extra zeros. So my final answer is going to be 0.50.
Example 3, 0.75 times 0.36.
Step 1, underline the numbers behind the decimal in the multiplication sentence. Step 2, ignore the decimals and multiply like normal. I like to keep the zeros in my multiplication sentence. It helps me place the decimal easier later on. Starting with the ones place, we have 5 times 6 is 30, so I'm going to put down my 0, carry my 3. Then we have 7 times 6, which is 42, plus 3 is going to give me 45. 45. Whoops. 45. Carry my 4. 0 times 6 is 0, plus 4 is going to be 4. X marks the spot. Cross out the numbers I already added. Moving on, 5 times 3 is 15. Put down my 5, and I'm going to carry my 1. Next, we have 7 times 3, which is 21, plus 1 is going to give me 22. So I'm going to put down my 2 and carry my other 2. 0 times 3 plus 2 is going to be 2. Mark the spot with X twice this time. Cross out both of the numbers you've already added. Next, all 3 numbers at the top is going to be multiplied by 0. So I can go ahead and fill in my last row of answers with 3 zeros. We're going to go ahead and add. We have 0, 10, carry the 1, 5, 6, 7, 2, and another 0. In our multiplication sentence, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers underlined. So we're going to start from the ones place, 2, 3, 4, decimal point. So now that we have finished all of our steps, we can now shorten our answer. And our final answer is going to be 0.27.
Now it's time to check your understanding. That means it's your turn. Solve both using the 4-step process. Underline, multiply, underline, decimal. For problem 1, we have 2.8 times 0.7. And for problem 2, we have 0.32 times 1.4. Pause and try both now.
Here is how I solved the first problem. The final answer is 1.96. Here is how I solved the second problem. And the final answer is 0.448.
Perfect. If you got those right, you're crushing it. If you didn't, that's okay. You just need a little bit more practice. And good news to you, the way we get better in math is through practice and practice only. If you want more practice, grab the extra worksheet and watch the Brain Boost video link below. They'll help you review and keep building your decimal fluency. Amazing job today, scholars. You just finished multiplying decimals, which means you're 50% done with our decimal chapter. Next up, dividing decimals. I'll see you in the next lesson. And remember, at Mathora, we make learning clear. Bye, scholars.